The lunch rush at Maple Grove Bistro ends like any other Tuesday in downtown Portland. Rain drums against the windows. Then Marcus Chen, 32 years old, sees the elderly woman at table 7 checking her purse 3 times. Her hands shake. She's counting coins. Marcus knows that look. He's worn it himself. The woman orders soup, just soup, $8.50. When the bill comes, she counts out $7.25 in quarters and dimes. Her face goes pale. "I'm sorry, I thought I had enough." Marcus glances at his manager, Derek Stone, watching from the bar. Stone's arms are crossed. The bistro has a policy, no free meals ever. The woman starts removing items from her purse, an expired coupon, a crumpled dollar. Lipstick she tries to offer as payment. "Ma'am," Marcus says gently, "don't worry about it, I've got it." He pulls out his wallet. Last $20 until Friday, 3 days away. Rent is due. His daughter needs new shoes. But this woman, silver hair, worn coat, wedding ring on a chain around her neck, she needs this more. Marcus pays. The woman's eyes fill with tears. "God bless you, young man. What's your name?" "Marcus Chen, ma'am. I'm a leaner Price." She writes something on a napkin, slides it across, "My address. When you need help, you come find me. I always repay my debts." Marcus smiles, doesn't believe it. People say things when they're grateful. He tucks the napkin in his pocket, forgets about it. But he doesn't know. Eleanor Price isn't just a grandmother struggling with lunch money, she's testing him. And tomorrow, everything changes. 4:15 a.m. The alarm shatters the darkness. Marcus Chen's hand shoots out, silences his phone. His wife, Jennifer, doesn't stir. She works night shifts at the hospital, just got home at 2 a.m. Their daughter, Sophie, 8 years old, sleeps in the next room. The apartment is small. 2 bedrooms, thin walls, radiator that clangs all night. But it's theirs. Barely. Marcus checks his bank account while brushing his teeth. Balance $847. Rent due in 2 days, $1,200. The math haunts him. Jennifer's paycheck Friday, $980 after taxes. His paycheck Friday, $340. Total $2,167, minus rent, minus groceries, minus Sophie's asthma medication, minus the car payment they're already late on. Every month the same calculation. Every month, barely surviving. He pulls on his server uniform. Black pants, white shirt, black tie. The shirt has a stain near the collar he can't get out. Covers it with the tie. In the kitchen, he makes coffee, writes a note for Sophie. "Have a great day at school, sweetheart. Love, Dad." He draws a smiley face. The same ritual every morning. 5:30 a.m. He catches the first bus. 45 minutes to downtown Portland. He watches the city wake up through rain-streaked windows. Maple Grove Bistro opens at 6:30 for the breakfast crowd. Marcus has worked here 4 years, started as a dishwasher, worked up to server. Good tips on weekends, terrible tips on weekdays, but it's steady, consistent, the kind of job you can't afford to lose. At 6:15, Marcus unlocks the bistro's back door. The kitchen smells like yesterday's grease. He starts coffee, sets up tables, folds napkins into triangles. Derek Stone, the manager, arrives at 6:25. 40 years old, former military, runs the bistro like a boot camp. "Chen, you're on section 2 today." "Yes, sir, and remember the policy. No discounts, no freebies, no exceptions." Marcus nods, he remembers. The breakfast shift starts slow. A few regulars. Mr. Patterson, retired teacher, always orders oatmeal. The construction crew from the site 2 blocks over. 6 men, same order daily. A college student who nurses 1 coffee for 3 hours while studying. Marcus refills without being asked. Brings extra cream, small kindnesses that cost him nothing. At 11:30, the lunch crowd begins. The bistro fills. Business people on lunch breaks, tourists escaping the rain, families. Marcus moves efficiently between tables, takes orders, delivers food, smiles through exhaustion. His feet already hurt. The lunch rush peaks at 12:45, every table full. Kitchen backed up. Tickets piling. Derek Stone paces behind the bar, watching everything, criticizing everything. That's when Eleanor Price walks in. Marcus doesn't recognize her at first. She wears the same worn coat, carries a large purse. Her silver hair is damp from rain. She's seated at table 7, Marcus's section. He approaches with a menu. "Welcome to Maple Grove. Can I start you with something to drink?" She looks up. Her eyes are sharp despite her age. "Water, please, and do you have soup today?" "Chicken noodle and tomato basil." "I'll take the chicken noodle, and a side salad." Marcus writes it down. "Anything else?" "That's all." Her voice is quiet, apologetic, like she's sorry for taking up space. Marcus brings water, places the order. The kitchen is slammed, tickets everywhere. Chef screaming, but Marcus checks on Alina twice while she waits, makes sure her water stays filled. When the soup arrives, she eats slowly, savoring each spoonful. Marcus recognizes that too. Someone who doesn't know when the next meal comes. The lunch rush thins, tables clear. Alina finishes her soup, dabs her mouth with a napkin. Marcus brings the check, $8.50. She opens her purse, starts counting change. Quarters, dimes, nickels, her hands tremble. Marcus watches from the server station, sees her count once, twice, 3 times, sees her face fall. Derek Stone notices too, walks toward table 7. Marcus gets there first. Everything okay, ma'am? Alina looks up, embarrassed, ashamed. I'm so sorry, I thought I had enough. I have $7.25, I'm short. Stone appears behind Marcus. Problem here, the woman's short on her bill. Stone's voice goes cold. Ma'am, we have a policy. Payment is required for all meals, I understand. Alina starts putting things on the table. A coupon that expired last month. A crumpled dollar bill she finds in her coat pocket. An old lipstick. Maybe you could take this. Stone's expression doesn't change. Ma'am, I need cash payment or you'll need to speak with the police about theft of services. Marcus feels something crack inside him, the humiliation on Alina's face. The cruelty in Stone's voice, the other diners watching. He thinks of his own mother, widowed at 55, struggling on Social Security. He thinks of Jennifer's grandmother who died alone because pride kept her from asking for help. He thinks of Sophie, who might be this woman someday if the world stays this cruel. Marcus pulls out his wallet, his last $20, rent money, shoe money, survival money, I've got it. Stone turns, what? I'm covering her bill. Marcus places the $20 on the table. Chen, that's against policy, it's my money, I'm a customer paying for another customer's meal, that's allowed. The 2 men lock eyes, Stone's jaw tightens, but Marcus is right. Technically. Fine. Stone snatches the $20, storms to the register. Alina stares at Marcus. Tears stream down her weathered face. Why would you do that? Because someone should. Marcus's voice is gentle. And because I've been where you are, not exactly, but close enough. I can't accept this. You already did, just pay it forward someday. Alina wipes her eyes, opens her purse again, pulls out a pen and napkin, writes carefully. This is my address. She slides it across. When you need help, you come find me. I always repay my debts. Marcus takes the napkin, doesn't really look at it, just tucks it in his pocket. You don't owe me anything, ma'am. Yes, I do. Alina stands, touches his hand briefly. You have a good heart, Marcus Chen. Don't let this world take that from you. She leaves. Marcus watches her disappear into the rain. Stone appears at his elbow. That comes out of your tips. What? You want to play hero? Fine, but that $20 is deducted from your tip share today. That's not legal. Sue me. Stone walks away. Marcus's tips that day total $43. After the $20 deduction, he takes home $23. Combined with his $20 loss, he's down $40. Rent is due in 2 days. He's $353 short now. That night, Marcus gets home at 9:30. Jennifer's already left for her shift. Sophie's with the neighbor, Mrs. Kim, who watches her for $10 a night. Money they don't have, but childcare costs more. Sophie runs to him when he picks her up. Daddy, I drew a picture at school. Wanna see? Show me everything, sweetheart. At home, Sophie shows him a crayon drawing, their family holding hands. Mama, Daddy, me, we're at the beach. Marcus's throat tightens. They've never been to the beach. Can't afford the trip. Someday, baby, we'll go to the beach someday. Promise? Promise. After Sophie's asleep, Marcus sits at the kitchen table. Bills spread out. Calculator running. No matter how he does the math, it doesn't work. He considers calling his brother in Seattle. But his brother has his own family, his own struggles. He considers a payday loan, but the interest rates are predatory, would bury them deeper. He considers asking his boss for an advance, but Stone would say no, would probably fire him for asking. At midnight, Jennifer comes home, finds him at the table. Hey, you okay? Marcus doesn't answer immediately, just stares at the numbers. We're short on rent. How short? $353. Jennifer sits. Her nurse scrubs are wrinkled. She's been on her feet for 12 hours. I can pick up an extra shift. You're already working 6 nights a week. I can do 7. Marcus, no, you'll collapse. Then what do we do? Silence. They've had this conversation before. Different numbers, same desperation. I gave away $20 today. Marcus's voice is quiet. What? An elderly woman couldn't pay for her soup. The manager was going to call the cops. I covered it. Jennifer's expression softens. Of course you did. I'm sorry. Don't be. She touches his hand. That's why I love you, because you see people. But seeing people doesn't pay rent. No, but it keeps us human, and that's worth something. Marcus wants to believe that. The next morning, Wednesday, Marcus is back at Maple Grove by 6:15. The breakfast shift passes in a blur. His mind is elsewhere. Calculating, worrying, planning. At 10:30, Derek Stone calls him into the office. Marcus sits, expects to be fired. Instead, Stone slides an envelope across the desk. What's this? Your termination notice. Effective immediately, Marcus's world tilts. What? Why? Yesterday's stunt. Undermining my authority. Violating policy. I paid for a meal with my own money. You embarrassed me in front of customers. That's insubordination. You can't fire me for that. Watch me. You have 10 minutes to clear out your locker. Marcus can't breathe. 4 years. 4 years of loyalty, of showing up early, of covering shifts, of perfect customer reviews. Gone. He stands, legs shaking. This is wrong. Life's wrong, Chen. Welcome to reality. In the locker room, Marcus packs his things. A photo of Sophie taped inside the door. An extra tie. Deodorant. The GED study book he's been working through, trying to finish high school at 32. His phone buzzes, text from Jennifer. Sophie's school called. She needs her inhaler, having trouble breathing. Can you pick up refill? Pharmacy says it's ready. Marcus checks his account. $827. The inhaler costs $85. He has it. Barely. But now he has no job, no income, no way to make rent in 2 days. He sits on the bench, head in hands. For the first time in years, he wants to cry. But crying doesn't pay bills. He stands, leaves Maple Grove Bistro for the last time. Outside, rain pours. He doesn't have an umbrella, doesn't care. He walks to the pharmacy. 6 blocks, gets soaked, picks up Sophie's inhaler. $85. Balance now $742. Rent due tomorrow, $1,200. They're $458 short. Even with Jennifer's paycheck Friday, they're short. Marcus walks, no destination, just walks. His phone buzzes again. Unknown number, he ignores it. Voicemail. He deletes it without listening. Buzzes again, same number. Voicemail again. Marcus, this is a leaner price. The woman from the bistro yesterday. Please call me back. I heard what happened. I can help. He stops walking. Stares at his phone, remembers the napkin. Pulls it from his wallet. Soggy from rain but readable. An address in the West Hills. Portland's wealthiest neighborhood. Almost laughs. An elderly woman who couldn't pay for soup lives in the West Hills. Sure, but something makes him look up the address on his phone. The result stops him cold. 2847 Hillcrest Drive. A leaner price. CEO, Price Industries. Net worth $340 million. His hands shake. He clicks through articles. A leaner price, tech industry pioneer. Founded Price Industries in 1981. Sold it for $800 million in 2015. Retired but active in philanthropy. Known for anonymous giving. Recent profile. Price goes undercover to identify worthy causes. Quote, I don't trust applications and presentations. I trust character revealed in small moments. Marcus's phone rings. Eliner's number. He answers. Hello, Marcus. Thank goodness. Are you all right? I don't understand. Yesterday, the soup, you couldn't pay. I test people, Marcus. I go to restaurants, shops, places where I'm invisible. I see how people treat someone they think is powerless. Most fail. You didn't. His mind reels, so it was fake. The money, yes. The test, no. I wanted to see if kindness still exists, if people still choose right over easy. You did. You sacrificed money you needed. Lost your job defending dignity. That's character. Marcus feels anger rising. You got me fired. Your manager got you fired. I just revealed what he already was, a bully. Silence. Rain drums on the phone. Why are you calling? Because I want to offer you something. What? A future. Meet me at my office. 2847 Hillcrest Drive. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. I'll send a car. I don't need charity. This isn't charity, it's opportunity. But only if you're willing to work harder than you've ever worked. Marcus thinks of Sophie, of Jennifer, of the rent due tomorrow, of the inhaler in his pocket. Okay, I'll be there. Good. And Marcus, yes, bring your family. This concerns all of you. She hangs up. Marcus stands in the rain. Everything just changed. He just doesn't know how much. That night, Marcus tells Jennifer everything. She listens, doesn't interrupt. When he finishes, she's quiet for a long moment. You think it's real? I don't know, but we're out of options. What if it's some kind of scam? Then we're no worse off than we are now. Jennifer nods slowly. Okay, we go, we listen. We decide together. The next morning, Thursday, a black Mercedes arrives at their apartment at 8:30. The driver, professional, courteous, opens doors for all three of them. Sophie's eyes go wide. Daddy, are we rich now? Not yet, baby. We're just visiting someone. The drive to West Hills takes 20 minutes. The houses get bigger, the lawns more manicured. The Mercedes turns into a driveway. The house is massive, not ostentatious but clearly expensive. Modern architecture, floor-to-ceiling windows, surrounded by gardens. Alina Price meets them at the door. She looks different. Same silver hair but styled now, wearing elegant slacks and a cashmere sweater. The worn coat is gone, but her eyes are the same. Kind, sharp. Welcome, please come in. Inside, the house is warm, tasteful art on walls, family photos everywhere. Alina leads them to a sitting room, offers coffee, juice for Sophie. Thank you for coming. Alina sits across from them. I imagine you have questions. Marcus finds his voice. Why me? Because in 40 years of testing, you're one of 12 people who passed. 12. Out of thousands, most people look away, ignore suffering, protect themselves. You didn't. Even when it cost you everything, Jennifer speaks up. What exactly are you offering? Alina pulls out a folder. I run a foundation, Price Foundation. We identify individuals with extraordinary character. We invest in them, not with handouts, with opportunities. She opens the folder. Marcus Chen, 32 years old, high school dropout, working service industry 14 years. Currently studying for GED. Wife Jennifer, registered nurse. Daughter Sophie, 8, honor roll student. Combined income $43,000 annually. Medical debt $18,000, behind on rent, behind on car payments, one emergency from homelessness. Marcus feels exposed. Ashamed, I'm offering you a position. Director of Community Outreach, Price Foundation. Starting salary $75,000, full benefits, housing allowance. Education stipend for your GED and college. Jennifer's hand finds Marcus's. What's the catch? Alina smiles. The catch is you have to earn it. 6-month probation. You'll work directly with me. Learning philanthropy, nonprofit management, community development, your first project. Fix the culture at Maple Grove Bistro. I purchased it this morning. Derek Stone has been terminated. The staff needs leadership. You have 30 days to turn it around. If you fail, probation ends. If you succeed, the job is yours permanently. Plus, I'm establishing a scholarship fund for Sophie. Full ride through college, and your medical debt. Paid today. Marcus can't speak. Jennifer's crying. Sophie doesn't understand but senses something important. Alina leans forward. I'm 73 years old, Marcus. I built a fortune, but money means nothing if it doesn't create change. You showed me that character still exists. That kindness survives even in people who have nothing. I want to invest in that. In you, why not just donate to charity? Because charity is impersonal. I want to know the people I help, want to watch them grow, want to see what happens when someone worthy gets a real chance. She extends her hand. Do we have a deal? Marcus looks at Jennifer. She nods. He looks at Sophie, drawing on a notepad Alina provided. He thinks of the soup. The $20, the humiliation, the termination, the rain. He thinks of every moment that led here. Yes. We have a deal. They shake hands. Alina smiles. Welcome to Price Foundation. We start Monday. Marcus Chen walks out of Alina Price's house with a contract, a check for $18,000 to clear their medical debt and first month's salary advance. $6,250 after taxes. In his pocket, a business card. Marcus Chen, Director of Community Outreach. In his heart, hope, real hope. For the first time in years. Week 1. Marcus reports to Price Foundation offices Monday morning. The building is modest, not flashy. Alina meets him. Today we visit Maple Grove. You'll meet the staff, assess the situation. Then we plan. At the bistro, the staff is gathered, confused, worried. 16 people who need these jobs. Marcus stands before them, recognizes faces. Co-workers from his 4 years here. I'm Marcus Chen. I worked here until last week. Now I'm managing operations. Our goal. Transform this place into something better. Better how? One server asks. Better pay. $18 minimum wage for everyone. Profit sharing when we're successful. Respectful management. And a new mission. Murmurs through the group. What mission? We're going to be a community hub. A place that serves everyone, including people who can't always pay. We're starting a pay-what-you-can program. 1 meal per day, you pay what you can afford. If that's nothing, you volunteer an hour of time. Helping in kitchen, cleaning, whatever. Silence. Then one cook speaks. That'll never work, maybe, but we're trying. Over the next 30 days, Marcus works 80-hour weeks, retrains staff, redesigns the menu, partners with local farms for fresh ingredients, creates the volunteer program. The bistro's transformation is slow, painful. Some staff quit. Marcus hires replacements. People who believe in the mission. Former homeless individuals. people rebuilding after incarceration. Single parents, anyone willing to work hard and treat people with dignity. A leaner checks in daily. Problems? A million problems. Good means you're actually doing something. By day 30, Maple Grove Bistro is different. The atmosphere is warmer. Staff smiles are genuine. The Pay What You Can program serves 40 people daily. Some pay full price. Some pay nothing but volunteer. Revenue drops initially, then climbs as word spreads. People come specifically to support the mission. Local news covers it. Fired waiter transforms bistro into community beacon. The story explains a leaner's foundation. The character test. The investment in worthy individuals. Response overwhelms them. Month 3, the bistro is profitable. Staff retention is 100%. Customer satisfaction scores are highest in Portland. Marcus presents his 90-day report to a leaner. Revenue up 28%. Community impact, 1,200 free meals served. 800 volunteer hours contributed. Staff wages increased across the board. A leaner reads carefully, then looks up. You exceeded every expectation. Thank you, but I didn't do it alone. The staff did this. No, you led them, there's a difference. She slides another document across. Effective immediately, you're permanent. Director of Community Outreach. Plus, I'm expanding your role. 3 other Portland restaurants want to adopt this model. You'll consult, teach them, help them create their own programs. Marcus stares, that's a lot. You can handle it. You just proved that. One more thing, she opens a folder. Sophie's scholarship is established. $200,000 endowment. Covers everything through graduate school if she wants. Marcus's eyes blur. I don't know what to say. Say you'll keep choosing character over comfort. Say you'll keep seeing people. Say you'll remember that one act of kindness can change everything. I will. I promise. 6 months later, Marcus Chen stands at a podium. Price Foundation Annual Gala, 300 attendees, donors, community leaders, press, his first public speech. 6 months ago, I was fired for giving $20 to a stranger. I thought I'd lost everything. Instead, I learned that when you're willing to sacrifice for others, the universe conspires to lift you up. Alina Price didn't give me charity. She gave me a mirror, showed me who I could become. Now, Price Foundation has helped 63 individuals find meaningful employment. Maple Grove Bistro has served 4,800 free meals. 3 other restaurants have adopted our model, but the real impact isn't in numbers. It's in dignity restored, hope renewed. Proof that kindness isn't weakness, it's strength. The audience stands, applause fills the room. Alina watches from the front row, smiling, knowing she chose right results. 6 months after Marcus signed that contract, Maple Grove Bistro, 28% revenue increase, all 16 original staff retained, 12 new employees hired, Price Foundation, 63 job placements, 92% retention rate, Chen family. From $18,000 debt to $31,000 positive net worth. Sophie's education fully funded. Community impact. 4 businesses adopted the model. 4,800 free meals provided. And Marcus Chen, once fired for kindness, now teaching others that character always wins. 1 year later. Anniversary morning. Marcus arrives at Maple Grove at 9 a.m. The bistro is transformed. New sign. Maple Grove Community Bistro. A Price Foundation enterprise. Underneath, where everyone belongs. He's assistant director of Price Foundation now. Still visits the bistro weekly. Can't quite let go, today is special. Exactly 1 year since a leaner walked in. 11:30 a.m. A young man enters, early 20s. Nervous, hungry, approaches Marcus. Sir, I'm sorry to bother you. I haven't eaten in 3 days. I can work, wash dishes. Whatever you need, I'm not asking for free. The exact words, same desperate dignity. What's your name? David Torres. David, when's the last time you had a hot meal? Monday, sir. Time folds, past meets present. Come with me. Marcus leads him to a booth. Full lunch, please, on me. David's eyes fill. I can't pay, you don't have to. But are you willing to work? Yes, sir. Anything, then eat. We'll talk. You fill out an application. We have a training program. Interested? David cries. You give me a chance. Someone gave me one when I needed it most. Now I pay it forward. 2 hours later, David wears a borrowed uniform. Marcus shows him the ropes. You'll be tired, overwhelmed, but safe. Fed, earning, what's the catch? Someday when you're stable, you help the next person. I promise. That evening, Marcus's house, they own it now, small but theirs. Sophie does homework. Jennifer makes dinner. Daddy, you helped another person today. I did, baby, you always do that. Because someone showed me that kindness isn't charity, It's investment, in people, in hope. In the world we want to build, I want to help people too when I grow up. You already do, sweetheart, just by being you. His phone buzzes, text from a leaner. Saw the new hire. Well done, you're carrying it forward beautifully. Marcus replies. Thank you for seeing who I could become. Eleanor, you always were this, I just gave you a platform. Marcus looks at the framed photo on the wall. Eleanor handing him the contract 1 year ago. Both smiling, he whispers, we're keeping the promise. Every single day, the tradition continues. Kindness multiplies, the legacy lives. Marcus Chen's story is real, not because it happened exactly this way, but because it happens every day in moments we never see. Someone chooses character over comfort. Someone risks security for principle. Someone sees a human being when everyone else sees inconvenience. These moments matter. Your moment matters. This week, look for your opportunity. That person everyone ignores, see them. That choice between easy and right. Choose right. You don't need millions to change a life. You just need to care when it costs you something.